Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Legend Series, Marvel Venom, Marvel Scream. And this is from the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave. And this figure was obtained thanks to Nathan Simmons. He saw her on Hasbro's website or something like that, and I forgot my wallet at home or something. Something was going on where he ended up ordering it, and I just PayPal'd him the actual funds for it and stuff like that. But this was a very sought after figure, harder to find. It was like the top three I think that were hard to find. I think it was Poison, Scream, and Typhoid Mary. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure those are the ones that were the hot ones to hunt down and obtain. But this figure looks amazing in the package. And again, the Venom wave to me has some of the best packaging. Like, I love what they did with the white box, the symbiote bubbling up down there. You got the webbing inside. It looks so good. You got the Venom symbol on the top, and you get the full color artwork. And that piece right there, that's beautiful. I love everything about it. The colors, like, it's subtle and nice, not overly vibrant, and it looks just really, really cool. And that's the same logo on the other side. Then you get on the back, you got that typical Hasbro, you know, posing and all this stuff. It's all right. Then you got the read up, so make sure you pause it if you want to read that. Then you have everybody from this wave. And I've already done Poison, I've done Spider, Ham, I've done Carnage. So all we got to do left after Scream is we got Typhoid, and we got Venom, and then we get to build this amazing figure. And I can't wait. I'm a huge Venom fan, and I just really can't wait to actually build him. So let's go ahead and get Scream out of the package. Scream is very Scream-like. Looks pretty awesome. She does come with a pretty monsterish arm for Monster Venom, looking all cool in the lighting and everything. Looks awesome. We'll get into details when I build the guy. Then we get into the figure, as she doesn't come with any accessories. Wah, wah, wah. We get into the figure itself, and she has a very cool, very cool head sculpt. I really like it. I like the paint apps. They're pretty clean. The teeth and everything just look fantastic. The hair looks pretty good. Looking at it from this way, excess splatter of red paint there, and I got a little glob of red paint underneath there. You can see that. Just get a full look at this hair. It's a sloppy mess on the back. You can really see that it's these tendrils have little spikes. Some of them have little like knots on them, almost like they're dreaded. I don't know if this is supposed to be hair or if it's like symbiote style stuff, but I don't know. It's like two different pieces. You can see it right there. You can see like the two different pieces underneath. It's like this chunk was glued into the back of this one or whatever, then attached. But it's a one giant hunk of rubberized, because it is a little bit softer. But I'm not a fan of it. It's like really glossy red on here. There's no wash to it. It's a lot of sculpted in detail that's just lost because it just looks like a big glob of chewed up bubble gum. And I am gonna go. I'm going all out on it because it's like, you didn't give us accessories. You didn't give us alternate hands. This hair is supposed to all this detail, and you're not doing anything to bring out the sculpt. You slap on this really glossy red paint, and I don't understand it. I don't know if you're trying to match the plastic, because the plastic has like a pearlescent, like a shine to it. And we'll get into the details on that. But like her head articulation, she can look down like that. And that's it. She can't really look up because of her big glob of hair. She can look a little bit this way. She can look a little bit this way. That's really it. She does have, her arms can look up that way. She has the bicep swivel, which is very loose. You can see it. And, you know, she can do, you know, her arms could pretty much go all the way around if it wasn't blocked by the hair. Her elbow is a single jointed elbow, swivels at the elbow. Got the really neat paint apps in there. Her wrist can bend and rotate, your typical Marvel Legends style rotation and stuff. But the wrists are very tiny. I almost feel like that peg could snap off pretty easily, and it's not a cool thing. And even when I bent the elbows, you can see it's sort of like chomping up some of the plastic in there. And it's, I don't know. It's cool. I like that they use these, like this type of plastic, but it feels sort of slippery. Does remind me of like Nova. If you have that, not the young Nova, but the adult Nova, it has that like slimy, slick feeling because they're using that type of plastic. And because of that plastic, there's a lot of marbleizing going on that you can see in the legs and stuff like that. But back to articulation, she's got this ab rotation crunch thing going on here. She can lean back that far. And what's nice though is like the paint doesn't look too bad. I got a little spot there that looks like it could be scratched, but you can't really tell because it's just how, it's all designed. It's a little bit lighter and not as thick on this boob compared to this boob. There's a little bit missing on that one, but again, it's a symbiote. It's probably not going to be perfect. And we get down to here. We got a little symbiote belly button. And then we get these nasty thigh cuts, which break the sculpt like bad. Like you get that nasty extra lippage, and then the pattern just doesn't even connect even with the paint. But again, maybe it's supposed to be that way because it's a symbiote. It's not supposed to be perfect, even though this one is connected all the way through. You can see it. This one, they just didn't paint the very tip. So you get the cuts there. Double jointed knee works very well. Get the ankle bend and pivot. And kudos to Hasbro because we actually have normal feet and not heels. So glad. I'm tired of them putting a lot of their female characters wearing heels. It makes them very much a pain in the butt to stand because they're in heels. So she does have a little bit of a butt. They gave her a little bit badonk going down there, but there's no like paint or anything going on. Just a lot of marbleization on this figure. So other than that, the figure's pretty solid. But when we were talking about the heels and standing, she is a pain to get to stand. And that is because you have this heavy chunk of plastic on the back that just wants to pull her backwards. So you have to like sort of like take her abs, bend her down, you sort of gotta spread out the legs a little bit and get her to stand like that. But you have to see, in order for me to do that, you see the angle, like, because you have to balance that big glob of rubberized plastic for hair. That is not a fun thing, but if you're going to be setting her up in a cool dynamic pose, on a flight stand or something, then you don't have to really worry about it. And speaking of poses, let me see what I can do with her. Here we got Scream on her flight stand, and this is a broken one. The tip, actually, like the part that screws in, since it's plastic on plastic, ended up breaking, so I ended up having a janky flight stand, but it works. Especially you use that big glob of hair to your advantage. You get a nice lunging, I'm gonna eat your brain pose, which is pretty awesome. I mean, the fact that her butt cheeks help balance out the flight stand with the hair and stuff like that. Her head is angled a little bit down because of it, but I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, you can pose your figure however you really want. It is your figure. But as a Venom fan, you gotta have Scream. I mean, you gotta have all the symbiotes because they're really awesome. I mean, I hope they even release more of the poisoned type figures out, because we got the normal poison, but I mean all those would be awesome just to have that a whole dio or a scene of the symbiotes versus the poison ones and all that cool stuff. I mean, it'd be awesome. And this figure's very, very cool. Has its issues, as a $20 figure could have issues. I really wish it had alternate hands, maybe an alternate head, just something, some effect piece, or just something besides the figure and the Build-A-Figure piece. I can't review Scream without bringing out Poison, and they look great together. The color pops, the green and the yellow, it just looks so good. The paint patterns look really good together. And I can't wait for Hasbro to release the rest of the symbiotes, because you know they're going to. They're not going to just give us 2 and not give us the rest. Now, make sure if you want to check out my review on Poison, you can go and check out my past videos. And this really sums up my unboxing and review of Marvel Scream from the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, as I'm always pumping out videos, and you might like some of them. And and you guys, make sure if you want to get dibs on figures like these, make sure you're not hunting the stores, wasting gas, and you just want to get that great price right at the get-go. Check out Toyco, Toys and Collectibles. Both Facebook groups are down below. One's the community. Interact with fellow collectors, trade figures, talk figures, just have a great time. Second one's pre-orders. You can jump in there just to see what's coming out. You don't really have to be forced to pre-order anything. That's the great thing. No, there's no pressure. You just join in, see if you see something. If you do, you just say, hey, I want to pre-order that. And Andrew takes care of you. It is awesome. I wouldn't be posting those links down below if I didn't really trust them and didn't vouch for them myself. So feel free to check them out. And say hi to me when you join in the community as well. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.